வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே, இது உங்கள் V.Palanichamy. நம்ம NCERT புக் பேஸ் கொஸ்டின்ஸ், மல்டிபிள் சாய்ஸ் கொஸ்டின்ஸு பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம். அந்த வகையில் இந்த எபிசோடு நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது 6th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சயின்ஸ் சாப்டர் 8 a journey through states of water. Journey through the states of water. So the chapter looks like this, the 6th standard book. So chapter like a journey through states of water, right? And it has a திருக்குறள். நெடுங்கடலும் தண்ணீர்மை குன்றும் தடின் தெளிலி தானல்கா தாகிவிடின். Right? It's a big thing, right? So as usual, we'll have a first some write-up, then we'll have a multiple choice questions. So we'll go to the questions. We'll go to the script first. Okay, standard 6 science chapter 8, a journey through states of water. What is states of water? The water exists in 3 states: solid, that is ice, fixed shape, definite volume; liquid takes a shape of a container and fixed volume; gas, it's a water vapor, no fixed shape or volume, are spread and fill the space. Right? Then the changes of the states, like melting, ice, water, that is solid to liquid; freezing, that is water, ice, liquid to solid; evaporation, water to vapor, that is liquid, gas and all temperature; then condensation, vapor to water or gas to liquid, example droplets in the cold class. Fine. Then evaporation, and it is evaporation happens in all temperatures faster when high temperature, that is sunlight; large surface area, that is spread in a plate; then wind speed, fan or freeze; and humidity is low, that is dry air, then causes cooling and evaporation, so takes heat from surrounding and sweating, earth and part cooling; then condensation, process of vapor turning into water droplets, seen as drops in cold glass with ice, and dew in grass in the morning, right? And cloud formation, vapor condenses and dust with dust particle; then humidity, almost water vapor present in air; then high humidity, evaporation slows and cloth dry slowly in the rainy season; and cooling devices, so it's like earthen pot or matka or surabhi, water cools and by evaporation; pot in pot cooler, that is zeer, that is sand layer between the pots cold water and evaporates and keep inside the pot cool; and AVG, that atmospheric water generation, so cools humid air to condense water, provides drinking water. Then so the experiment also, like ice melting water, then water freezes and glass with ice droplets outside, and being tumbler provides droplets, and air and seepage shows water in air, that is spreading of air in the evaporation. Then factors affecting evaporation, that is area, sunlight and water; and pot and pot cooler, and cloud in bottle of smoke or dust, and dew formation; and then it's a water cycle, that is evaporation, sun heats oceans, river, lakes and water vapor; and condensation, vapor rises, cools and forms cloud around dust. Then you have precipitation, that is precipitation, then rainfall, water falls as rain, snow, hail; and collection, that water returns to rivers, lakes and oceans; and continuous cycle maintains balance of water in the earth. And summary, the summary is, water exists in 3 states, changes from with heating and cooling; evaporation causes cooling, that depends upon the temperature, surface area and wind and humidity; and condensation forms clouds and dew droplets, and humidity slows evaporation, and water cycle is a continuous, that is evaporation, condensation, precipitation and collection. So this is about it. Then now we will see the multiple choice questions one by one, and it has around 92 questions. It's a lengthy one and maybe around 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So please listen, right? Fine. First question. The process of conversion of water into vapor state is called condensation, evaporation, freezing, melting. The answer is evaporation. So evaporation turns liquid water into water vapor gas, right? The second question. The process by which water vapor turns back into tiny liquid droplet is called boiling, evaporation, condensation, sublimation. The answer is condensation, right? The explanation is condensation converts vapor into liquid droplets, dew, cloud droplets. Fine. Third question. The visibly tiny droplets formed when stream meets a cold. So surface area or because of melting, condensation, evaporation and freezing. Answer is condensation. Explanation. The stream's invisible vapor becomes visible tiny droplets on cooling surface via condensation. Fine. Then fourth question. What is a solid state is called? Steam, water vapor, ice and liquid water. Of course it's ice. Solid warm water is a ice. Right. The ice is the main balance when gold class with ice left due to water collecting outside. It's evidence of seepage only, condensation from air vapor and melting only and evaporation. The correct answer is that is B, that is condensation from air vapor. So the cold outer surface causes air vapor to condense and into droplets and increases measured mass. Fine. And sixth question. The state of water that is spreads to fill available space has no fixed shape. Solid, liquid, gas and plasma. The correct answer is it is gas. So the gaseous water vapor fills available space and has no fixed shape. Right? Then seventh question. The term amount of water vapor present in air is called dew point, humidity, precipitation and permeability. The correct answer is humidity. It is just a definition. So humidity measures in moisture, so water vapor in the air. And eighth question. The best single word description of water changing from liquid to solid is evaporation, melting, freezing and condensation. The correct word is, answer is freezing. It's like changing from liquid to solid is freezing. So freezing converts liquid into solid, that is water to ice. Ninth question. When water from puddles disappears in a hot and windy day, the main process is filtration, evaporation, condensation, freezing. The correct answer is evaporation. So the evaporation converts puddle water into vapor, wind and heat speeds is the process. Right? So the 10th question. The circulation of water between Earth's surface and atmosphere, that is evaporation, condensation, precipitation called carbon cycle, water cycle, nitrous cycle, rock cycle. It is water cycle. So the water cycle is description, evaporation, condensation, precipitation and return to oceans and rivers. 11th question. Which of these speeds up the evaporation? Less exposed water, high humidity, windy conditions, cold and still. It's like speeds of evaporation. It is windy condition. Out of these four choices, it is windy conditions are right. So the air movement removes a saturated air near the surface and increases the evaporation. So quickly it dries. 12th question. What do the droplets on the outside of the glass with the ice come from? So water seeping out the glass, condensation of air vapor and cold surface, ice logically magically appearing outside, and evaporation from inside only. The correct answer is condensation of air vapor on the cold surface. This cold surface causes water vapor to air, condense droplets outside the glass. Right? Then 13th question. Which condition makes clothes dry slower? Low humidity, windy day, sunny day, rainy and high humidity day. So answer is rainy and high humidity day. The high humidity means air already has lots of vapor, so evaporation slows. 14th question. What happens to water left on steel plate at room temperature, no seepage? It seeps through the steel, it gets converted into vapor and evaporation, it turns into ice, it appears without change. The answer is it gets converted into vapor by evaporation. So explanation, water on the steel plate evaporates into air, not seeing through the metal. Right? And 15th question. Which material helps keep stored water cool via evaporation? That is a traditional method. Stainless steel, plastic bottle, earthen pot or matka, and glass jar. The correct answer is earthen pot or matka. So the porous earthen pots allow seepage and evaporation from the outer surface, cooling the inner water. Right? So that's a science. 16th question. What is observed when you quickly rub sanitizer on hands? Heating due to rubbing and cooling due to evaporation and alcohol in the sanitizer, no sensation, immediate freezing. The correct answer is cooling due to evaporation of alcohol in the sanitizer. So evaporation of volatile component alcohol absorbs heat, causing cool sensation in the hand. So that's what happens. Right? And 17th question. Which of these true about water vapor in the air? It always visible as a stream. It is invisible until it condenses into droplets. It's heavier than the dry air always. It cannot form clouds. The correct answer is it is invisible until it condenses into droplets. So water vapor is invisible and visible stream, cloud or condensed out droplets. 18th question. Which activity replicates cloud formation in bottle when the dust added? Right? So it's from the practice which you have told. It's like the burnt paper supplies tiny particles as condensation of nuclei, forming haziness, the cloud. Okay, it is from the practical. Fine. And 19th question. Which of these is an example of condensation? Drying a wet cloth and water droplets and steel plate covering boiling water, ice melting, water evaporating from pan. The correct answer is water droplets in a steel plate covering the boiling water. So vapor condenses on the cold plate and forming droplets. And 20th question. Which statement is correct about the melting and freezing? Melting equal to the freezing of liquid, freezing solid to liquid, and freezing equal to liquid to solid, and melting gas to liquid. The correct answer is C, that is freezing liquid to solid. So freezing turns liquid to solid, melting turns solid to liquid. So that's a thing. Fine. 21st question. Which devices collects water from humidity by air? Cooling it, that you mentioned in the chapter, that is pot in pot cooler, freezer, atmospheric water generator, and distillation unit. The correct answer is the atmospheric water generator, AWG. Atmospheric water generator, that is AWG. So the AWG cool humid water in vapor condenses into drinkable water. Right? So it's what mentioned in the chapter. And 22nd question. A common observation, clouds dry faster in a windy and sunny day because wind increases humidity, wind and sun increases evaporation rate, wind causes condensation, and wind reduces evaporation area. The correct answer is B, wind and sun increases evaporation rate. Right? So explanation is Sun provides heat and wind removes the saturated air, so both are speeding up it. So, right, that's what the cloth dry on sunny and windy day very quickly, right? Fine. 23rd question. Which statement wrong about condensation? It converts vapor to liquid. It can happen on cold surfaces like outer side of a cold glass, and it increases when the air is warmer and hold water vapor, and it plays a role in cloud in rain formation. So the correct answer is it increases when the air is warmer and holds more vapor. So the explanation is the warm air holds more water vapor. Condensation occurs when vapor meets the cooler surfaces or air cools. Then warmer air also alone doesn't increase the condensation, right? 24th question, which is wrong about the evaporation factors. Larger exposed area speeds up evaporation. Higher humidity speeds up evaporation. Windy conditions speeds up evaporation. Higher temperature speeds up evaporation. So the B is wrong. That is higher humidity speed evaporation. So the higher humidity slows evaporation because of the air already has a moisture rich. Fine. 25th question, which is wrong statement about water crisis. What are the states? Water vapor is invisible. Ice has a fixed shape. Liquids take shape in container but do not change volume easily, and vapor cannot spread in all room. The correct answer is vapor cannot spread to fill the room. It's a wrong. It can fill. So the vapor gas or it spreads fill the available space. This is the statement wrong. Fine. 26th question. Which of the following is wrong about the pot and pot cooler? That is Surabhi. It cools because water in the sand evaporates and taking the heat away. It needs a porous material, that is earthen, to let water seep and evaporate. It works best without adding water to the sand, and it is an electricity-free cooling method. The correct answer is it works best without adding water to the sand. So explanation, actually it requires wet sand for evaporation. Without water won't cool. And 27th question, which is wrong about the cloud formation. Water vapor rises and cools at height. Droplets form around dust particles. Clouds are made of liquid droplets and sometimes ice crystals. Clouds form only if the air's humidity is zero. Wrong statement. So cloud forms only if the air humidity is zero. No, it is impossible. The explanation is clouds require moisture. Zero humidity prevents cloud formation. Right? Fine. And 28th question, which is wrong about the activity and cold, glass and ice. Water on outside is from condensation. Mass on balance increases due to condensed droplets. And water level increases, the glass decreases because it seeps through the glass as well. And marking water level shows no seepage occurred. The correct answer is C. That is C. Water level inside the glass decreases because it seeps through the glass well. The explanation is marking shows the level doesn't fall. Outer drops are from condensation, not because of seepage. And 29th question, which is correctly matched. Evaporation, liquid to gas. Condensation, gas to solid. Freezing, gas to liquid. Melting, gas to solid. So answer is A, that is evaporation, liquid to gas. So evaporation, liquid to gas and other pairs are incorrect. Fine. And 30th question, which is correctly matched. Humidity, amount of water vapor in air. Dew, evaporation process. Stream, solid water. Surabhi, scientific name of AWG. Answer is humidity, the amount of water vapor in the air. So the definition is humidity is the measure of water vapor in the air, and other matching is wrong. Fine. 31st question, which is wrongly matched. Pot and pot water cooler and works by conduction only. Pot-in-pot cooler uses evaporative cooling and pot-in-pot cooler requires electricity. Pot-in-pot cooler works by condensation inside air. The correct answer is pot-in-pot cooler uses evaporative cooling, right? The explanation, water in sand evaporates taking heat away, so cooling in the inner pot. And 32nd question, which is correctly matched, that is condition and evaporation effect. High humidity, evaporation faster. Larger exposed area, evaporation faster. Shade, evaporation faster than sunlight. Still air, evaporation faster. Here is their pair, correctly matched pair. See, large exposed area, evaporation faster. So when that area is large, exposes more molecules to air and increases the evaporation. And 33rd question, match correctly. Cloud formation element role. Dust particles prevent condensation. Cool air causes condensation of vapor into droplets. Rising warm dry air forms clouds directly without condensation. Humidity decreases, makes cloud formation easier. The correct answer is cool air causes condensation of vapor into droplets. Explanation, rising vapor cools and condenses like often on dust to form clouds. And 35th question, which of the following pair is wrongly matched? Evaporation, liquid to vapor, correct. And condensation, vapor to liquid, correct. Humidity, process of water leaving soil, wrong. Freezing, that liquid to soil, wrong. So the correct answer is, that is wrongly matched, is humidity, the process of water leaving soil. Explanation is, the humidity, soil, the amount of water vapor in the air, so not the process of leaving the soil, not the leaving the soil. 36th question, which is wrongly matched? Matka earthen pot cooling via evaporation, correct. AWG collects water by condensation, correct. Stream, visible water vapor at any temperature, wrong. Dew, condensation of cold surface, it's correct. So it is wrongly matched is C. A stream, visible water vapor, any temperature, it is wrong. Normally, the stream often includes visible droplets. When condensed, pure vapor is invisible. Fine. 37th question, which is wrongly matched. Wrongly matched, ice, retain shape, correct. Water takes container shape and constant volume, correct. Vapor has fixed shape and volume, wrong. Gases spread out and fill available space, correct. So the wrong statement is C. Vapor has fixed shape and volume, which is wrong. The explanation is, vapor, that's a gas, does not have fixed shape or volume, it spreads. 38th question, which is again wrongly matched. Evaporation of what? Evaporation faster, increased exposed area, correct. Evaporation slower, high humidity, correct. Evaporation independent of temperature, wrong. Evaporation faster, presence of wind, correct. So the answer is evaporation independent of temperature, wrong. Actually it is dependent. So temperature strongly affects evaporation, higher temperature and faster the drying, right. And 39th question, again it's wrong match. On cloud formation, dust particles acts condensation nuclei, correct. Rising vapor cools and then condenses, correct. Clouds always consist of water vapor only, wrong. Many droplets combine to form rain, correct. The answer is C. Clouds always consist of water vapor only, wrong. No. The explanation is, the clouds are made of liquid, droplets and ice crystals, not a pure vapor, not a pure vapor. And 41st question, statement 1, ice retains shape, and statement 2, water keeps fixed shape. S1 true, S2 false, S1 false, S2 true, both false, both true. The answer is S1 true, S2 false. Ice has fixed shape, liquid takes container shape, not fixed shape. Then 42nd question, S1, that statement 1, steam is visible due to droplets. The statement 2, Water vapor is always visible. So A, S1 true, S2 false. B, S1 false, S2 true. Both are true, both are false. The answer is S1 true, S2 false. So the explanation is visible steam includes tiny droplets and water vapor itself invisible. 43rd question, the statement 1. Evaporation causes cooling. Statement 2. Fan aids cooling by increasing evaporation of sweat. So A, S1 true, S2 true. S1 true, S2 false. S1 false, S2 true, and both are false. The correct answer is S1 true, S2 true. That both statements are true. So evaporation absorbs heat and moving air fan and spreads sweat evaporation cooling us. Right? 44th statement. The pot in pot cooler. Water is added to sand. Heat is removed from the inner pot. So the statement 1. Water must be added to sand for cooling. The statement 2. The cooling happens via evaporation that removes heat from the inner pot. Both are true, both are false. S1 true, S2 false, S1 false, S2 true. The correct answer is both are true. Both are true. Explanation: wet sand evaporates water and latent heat of evaporation cools the inner part. So both the statements are true. Then 45th question. Clouds form when humid air rises and cools and condenses on surface particles. Statement 1. Rising vapor cools with the altitude. Statement 2. It condenses only if there are dust particles. Right? Both are true, both sentences, and both are false. S1 true, S2 false, S1 false, S2 true. The correct answer is both statements are true. So cooling with heat leads to condensation of and around tiny dust and particle nuclei. And 47th question. The water evaporates faster in sunlight. Evaporation is faster in higher humidity. Wind helps evaporation. So which are correct? 1 and 3 are correct. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and all 3. The correct answer is A, 1 and 3. 1 and 3, that is sun and wind speed evaporation. High and higher humidity, it slows it. Fine. The statement thing. The statement 1. Condensation forms dew on cool mornings. Condensation cannot happen in metal surfaces, and condensation contributes cloud formation. The correct. Choose correct. 1 and 3, 2 only, 1 only, 3 only. The correct answer is 1 and 3 only. That is statement 1. A. Explanation. Condensation forms dew and clouds. It does occur in metal surface too. That statement 2 is false. Fine. 49th question about the state of water. 1. Ice doesn't flow. Liquid water maintains its own shape. Vapor spreads to fill container. Choose the correct one. 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1 and all 3. The correct answer is A, 1 and 3 only. Explanation. Liquid do not have a fixed shape, so statement 2 is false. And 50th question about the pot in pot cooler. Sand between pot must be wet. Cooler needs electricity. It can keep vegetables fresh longer. So statements A, 1 and 3, 2 only, 1 only, all 3. So the correct answer is 1 and 3. So it's an evaporative non-electric cooler wet sand required for the extending freshness. Fine. And 51st question. 51st question. Which of the statements about humidity are correct? Humidity is higher on rainy days. Humidity speeds drying clothes. Humidity is amount of water vapor in air. The correct statements 1 and 3, 2 only, 3 only, all 3. The correct statement is 1 and 3 only. The rainy days, it's more of humid and higher humidity actually slows drying. So statement 2 is false. 2 is false. And 52nd question regarding cloud formation. 1. Water vapor rises because it's lighter than air. Droplets form around dust particles. Cloud always produce rain. Choose correct statements 1 and 2, 3, 2 and 3, all 3. The correct answer is 1 and 2 only, because all clouds need not produce rain. Fine. So the clouds are formed by vaporizing, condensing the particles. So not all clouds produce rain. The 53rd question. Which of these wrong about evaporation? It occurs in boiling point, it occurs in room temperature 2, it causes cooling. So 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, none. The correct answer is, that is wrong statement, is 1 only. Evaporation happens in any temperature, need not be boiling. Okay, so that's the reason. And 54th question, again, which are wrong about dew formation. Dew forms due to condensation of cool surfaces. Then dew forms more in morning because the surfaces are cooler. And dew indicates very low humidity. So choices 1 only, 3 only, 2 and 3 only, none. The correct answer is 3 only. The explanation, dew forms when air clouds and coldness they associated with it, if sufficient humidity, not humidity, right? Not low humidity, not low humidity. And 55th question, again is about wrong statement. Water disappears because it seeps through the steel. It evaporates into water vapor. Evaporation can be observed in room temperature. So 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, none. The correct answer is 1 only. So the steel is non-porous and disappearance is due to evaporation, not seepage. Fine. 56th question. Again, it's a wrong about pot in cooler. Pot in pot. It uses porous earthware and it cools by condensation of inside the sand. The water must be added to the sand function. 2 only, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, none. The answer is 2 only. 2 only. The explanation is, cooling mechanism is evaporative. Water evaporates from sand, not condensation inside the sand. Again, wrong about the cloud. So they form from condensation of vapor on particles. It always fall in immediate rain. So they contain liquid droplets and ice crystal. 2 only, 1 only, 3 only, none. The correct answer is A, 2 only. So they always fall in immediate rain. It need not be. So the clouds do not necessarily produce rain, and many clouds do not precipitate. Okay. 58th. Again, it's a wrong about the smells and odors. Smells are due to the vapors and molecules moving on air. Smell spreads faster in still air than windy conditions. Gas molecules spread fill space. So wrong statement, 2 only, 1 only, 3 only, none. The correct answer is 2 only. That is, it's a wrong statement. So wind accelerates the dispersion of smells and still air spreads smells slower. And 59th question, it's assertion and reasoning. Evaporation causes cooling of remaining surface, and reason, energy taken from evaporation applied, right? So both A and R are true, R explains A. Both A and R are true, R doesn't explain A. A is true, R is false, and A is false, R is true. The correct answer is, both A and R are true, R explains A. The explanation is, the latent heat is absorbed from the surface, so causing cooling. That what? Sweat cooling. Fine. 60th question. Assertion. The water droplets outside cold glass come from the glass interior. Reason. The water vapor from air condenses on the cold outside the surface. Both A and R true, R explains A. Both A and R true, R doesn't explain A. A true, R false, A false, R true. The correct answer is, A is false, R is true, right? So the droplets form the condensation from the surrounding air, not from the water seeping out. So 61st question. A large exposed area spreads evaporation, and reason, more molecules and boundary can escape into the air per unit. Both A and R true, R explains A. Both A and R true, R doesn't explain A. A true, R false, and A false, R true. The correct answer is Both A are true or explains A. So increased area increases boundary where the molecule escapes, hence faster evaporation. 62nd question. Assertion. Clouds form only over oceans. Water vapor only evaporates in the oceans. Both and are true or explains A. Both and are true or doesn't explain A. A true or false. A false or true. Correctly, truly speaking, A false and R true. D is the right answer. So evaporation happens in many surfaces, lakes, rivers, land, clouds can form over land also. Right? And 63rd question. Assertion. Adding burnt paper to bottle water helps in cloud formation inside the bottle. Reason, the burnt paper provides tiny dust particles acting as a condensation of nuclei. Right? Both A and R are true or explains A. Both A and R are true or doesn't explain A. A true or false and A false or true. The correct answer is both are true and R explains A. So condensation needs nuclei such as tiny particles, droplets to form. 64th question. Assertion. On a rainy day, clouds dry faster. Reason, rain increases humidity and which reduces evaporation rate. Both A and R are true or explains A. Both A are true and R does not explain. A true or false, A false or true. The correct answer is the statement about assertion is wrong. So A false or true. So in the rainy days have a heavy humidity, evaporation slows down and clouds dry very slow. And 65th question. Match. Evaporation, condensation, freezing and melting. Liquid to gas, gas to liquid. It's a liquid to solid. So the code is given. The correct answer is C, A only. So like evaporation A, that is liquid to gas, and condensation D, gas to liquid, and freezing it is B, liquid to solid, and melting it's solid to liquid. So A is the choice. Then 66 question. Humidity, dew, steam, vapor. So matching. Visible droplets on grass in the morning and invisible gas form water, and mixture of droplets and visible near boiling, and amount of water vapor in the air. So the correct answer is A, that is one is D, that is humidity, amount of water vapor in the air, that is A, and D, second one dew, that is visible droplets in grass, so it's a B, that is stream, that is C, that is mixture of droplets visible near boiling and vapor invisible gas form water. So 1A, 2D, 3C, 4B. Again, match the methods. Fan on sweaty skin, pot in pot, sprinkler water and shade for cloth. So when we really see this, and the correct answer is A. 1A, 2A, everything is A, it's written. So fan and sweating skin, it's also evaporative cooling. Then pot in pot evaporative cooling, spring water again evaporative cooling, and the finally the shade in cloth, so that is a D, that is radiative cooling. So all are A except D. So fourth one is D is the answer. Fine. So there is a confusion, doesn't matter. Then 68th question, ice, water, steam, cloud. So the match is correctly matched. Ice, that is solid water, water, liquid water, steam, invisible vapor, and cloud, collection of droplets and ice crystal. It is matched. 1 with A, 2 with B, 3 with C, and 4 with D. Fine. Then increased wind, sunlight, match the reasons for effect. Increased wind, sunlight, humidity, and high humidity, and increased exposed area. So evaporation slows, evaporation speeds, evaporation slows, evaporation speeds up. So the correct answer is when there is a increased wind, then there is a, you can see that, so the correct answer is A only. So then we can see that evaporation slows. Then sunlight, it is evaporation speeds. Humidity evaporation slows, and evaporation speeds. That is during increased exposed area. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Which are correctly matched. Evaporation causes cooling. Condensation releases heat to surrounding. Humidity and the measure of water vapor in air. Part in part requires electricity. So options 1, 2, 3, 1 and 3 only, B 1 and 2 only, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2 and 4 only, and 4th is all 4. The correct answer is 2, 1, 2, 3 only. Right? They are correctly matched. Only the last one is electricity doesn't need it. Right? That's a wrongly matched. And 72nd question, which are correctly matched. Dew, condensation on cool surface, cold nuclei, dust particle and aid condensation, steam always invisible vapor. A, 1 only, 2, 1 and 2, C, 2 and 3 and all the 3. The correct answer is 2, that is 1 and 2 only. Steam visible often as droplets, always invisible is a false one. And 73rd question, which are correctly matched about evaporation factors. Sunlight increases the evaporation, exposed area decreases the evaporation, wind increases. Actually, this is a wrong statement. So the options are 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, all 3. The correct answer is 1 and 3 only. Fine. 75th question. Which pairing is wrongly matched? Humidity, amount of water vapor in air, it's correct. Condensation, vapor to liquid, correct. Evaporation, liquid to solid, wrong. Melting, solid to liquid, incorrect. The incorrect wrong statement is evaporation, liquid to solid, it is wrong. Evaporation is liquid to vapor, right? So that's it. Fine. Again, which is wrongly matched about the cooling examples. Fan plus sweat, evaporative cooling, correct. Sprinkling water off roof, evaporative cooling, correct. Standing shading cloths increases evaporation rate, wrong. And pot in pot, evaporative cooling, correct. So the correct answer is, that is a wrongly matched, shading in cloths. So increases evaporation, no, it decreases because there is no heating, no sunlight. So the evaporation rate is low. 77 question. Which pair is wrongly matched? Steam contains visible droplets when condensed, correct. Vapor always visible, wrong. Dew, condensation on cold surface, true. That is correct. Cloud, formed droplets, ice crystals, correct. So the wrong statement is B, that is vapor always visible, it's wrong. Right? Vapor is visible until it condenses into droplets. Fine. Model 3, which chronological order or sequence, that is from 79 to 82. Arrange steps when the heating ice. Ice melt, water heats into boiling and storm. And ice -2 degree centigrade, warms 0 degree centigrade, correct form. That is 4, 1, 2, 3. This is the first one, then second one, third one, and it is a fourth one. Then again another order, the fastest to slowest, right? Sun, wind, shade, wind, and like all these things, typical. A, sun and wind, shady, windy, and shaded and still. Shaded still, sunny, windy, shaded, windy. Shaded, windy, sunny, windy, and shaded still. All are equal, right? The answer is sun and wind, it's fastest. Shade, windy, lightest, and shade is the slowest, right? Fine. Again, it's a sequence. Arrange following water cycle stages from path of sea to air: evaporation, condensation, precipitation. evaporation, condensation, precipitation, condensation, evaporation, precipitation, precipitation, evaporation, condensation, evaporation, precipitation, condensation. Correct answer is, it is A, first evaporation, condensation, then precipitation. Fine. So water evaporates, condenses into cloud, then it precipitates like rain or snow. 82nd question. Sequences. Pot in pot cooler working method. Sand, sand wet, and water evaporates, inner pot cools. It's a correct order, incorrect order. Answer is, it's a correct order. There are only two choices. There are few questions like that. Okay. And 83rd question. Odd one not. Which does not describe evaporation. Cooling effect, liquid to vapor, requires heat input, generally formation of ice. So the correct answer is formation of ice. Ice formation is freezing, not evaporation. And odd man out, which is not a state of water. Solid, liquid, plasma and gas. Of course, plasma is not there. It is odd man out. 85th question. Again, it's odd man out, which does not help evaporation. High temperature, high humidity, wind, large exposed area. It is, of course, high humidity. So it will not help evaporation. 87th question. If you pour equal amount of water in wide plate and a narrow plate cap, leave some the same condition, which will evaporate faster. Bottle cap, plate, both are same, cannot say it is plate because you have a larger surface, right? So plate has a larger surface, so faster evaporation. And 88th question. You place two identical caps with the water, one in sunlight, one in shade. After 30 minutes, sun caps has less water. Why? So greater evaporation, greater condensation in sun cap, faster evaporation in sun cap due to heat. Water speeded, seeped in sun cap only. Sun prevents evaporation. The correct answer is the faster evaporation in sun cap due to heat. So sunlight increases temperature and speeding the evaporation. And 89th question, right? It's from the book. And the best explanation is gas leaks water from inside to outside, and condensation deposits water, air and outside, and balance of faulty only in cloudy conditions. Water disappears magically. The correct answer is B. The condensation deposits water from into a outside surface. So cold tumbler surface causes air vapor condense, adding the mass, right? And 90th question. A pot in pot cooler is built and kept in hot weather. To keep effective, one must keep the sand dry, add water regularly to keep the sand moist, seal the sand completely so it never evaporates, replace earthen pots and metal. The correct answer is add water regularly to keep the sand moist. So the moist sand is required, continuous evaporation cooling, so trainer stops the cooling. 91st question. Which of these are increases the condensation surface? Warming of surface above the air temperature, cooling the surface below the air dew point, increasing wind speed over surface, reducing the humidity 0. The correct answer is B. Cooling the surface below the air dew point. The cooling below the dew point causes vapor to condense into droplets. Then 92nd question. It's the last question. When is the evaporation form is cloth is slowest? Sunny and windy day, hot and dry day, rainy high humidity day, warm indoor with fan. So the correct answer is rainy, high and humidity day. So already humidity is more. High humidity reduces the driving gradient of the evaporation, slowing and drying, right? So with this we come to the conclusion, and this which we have seen is a NCERT book based questions of multiple choice questions, that is 6th standard science chapter 8, a journey through states of water. So this is a chapter we have seen, a journey through the states of water, chapter 8 in the NCERT book of 6th standard. It's very lengthy, too tiresome also. So for students who is serious to know about it, study about exercise, it's a good one. So thank you very much for listening this fully and continuously. Thank you very much.
வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் ஐக்கன் பிரஸ் பண்ண மறந்து போயிடாதீங்க. அப்பதான் நாங்க போஸ்ட் பண்ற வீடியோவோட நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் உங்களுக்கு வரும்.